The alien giant Mreth had faced many battles in her life. She had fought armies, crushed armored units with her bare hands, and survived explosions that turned mountains into dust. But today, she was shaking. She was breathing fast. Her huge claws were digging into the metal floor as she pressed her back against the wall. Trying not to scream. Something was moving inside her. Something alive. Across the dim emergency room, human medic Dr. Lucas Hawley rushed in with a small light in his hand. He had been told there was an alien soldier injured in the ruins. He expected broken bones, scorched skin, maybe blood loss, but not this. The moment he stepped inside, the giant alien lifted her head, her glowing eyes full of terror, and she whispered something he never thought a warrior of her kind could say. "It's crawling inside me. Human, please. End my pain." Lucas froze. Aliens of her species, the tall room giants, never begged, never cried, never asked for help. Seeing a 5-meter tall warrior sobbing, shaking, curling her massive arms around her abdomen, Lucas understood one thing instantly. This was not a normal injury. Lucas stepped closer. Mreth growled, trying to stay awake. Her deep voice cracked. "Stay back, human. I don't want you to die with me." Lucas raised his hands gently. "I'm a medic. That's my job." Her giant frame trembled. "You don't understand. Something is moving. Something big. I can feel it scratching my ribs from the inside." She slammed her fist against the wall, denting the metal. Lucas didn't jump back. He only said, "Tell me where it hurts." That shocked her even more. Why was he not afraid? Aliens feared the Tal'Run. Humans ran from them. Even her own people avoided her when she was injured. Her size made her dangerous even without meaning to be. Yet this small human walked forward like he trusted her. Her voice shook again. "My stomach. My back. My chest. It's everywhere. Like a swarm trapped inside my organs." Lucas clicked on his scanner and moved closer. Mreth grabbed his shoulder with 2 giant fingers. "Human," she whispered, "if it bursts out, you die first." Lucas smiled up at her. "Then let's make sure it doesn't." The line hit her like a shockwave. No alien medic had ever spoken to her like that. The diagnosis that should not exist. Lucas scanned her massive torso. The screen flickered. Then it showed movement. A single creature, long, sharp, bone-like limbs crawling through her bloodstream, tearing tissues as it moved. Lucas's blood turned cold. "What is that?" he whispered. Mreth closed her glowing eyes. "My people call it the Ravager worm." Lucas swallowed. "I thought that thing was a myth." "It's not," she groaned. "It was placed inside me during battle. A parasite. It grows fast, feeds on strength, and when it is big enough..." She shivered as another wave of pain tore through her. "It climbs to the heart and rips it apart." Lucas stared at the screen. The parasite was already the size of his arm. "Mreth, how long until it kills you?" She breathed hard. "Minutes." The Plea, the giant warrior, breaks down. The giant alien lowered her head toward him, her forehead nearly touching the floor. Her voice was soft, broken, shaking. "Human, end it. Please, kill me before it tears me open from inside." Lucas's mind exploded with alarms. The life of a Tal'Run giant was worth more than 10 human cities. Killing her, even on her request, could start a war. But more than that. He looked at her eyes. They weren't the eyes of a monster. They were the eyes of someone in unbearable pain. Someone who didn't want to die screaming. Thick. Tears hit the floor like heavy drops of molten metal. Lucas stepped closer and touched her arm. "No, I'm not killing you." She blinked. "Why?" "Because you came to me for help," Lucas said. "Not for death. And as long as you're breathing, even with that thing inside you, you're still fighting." Her breath caught. No one had spoken to her like that in years. Her own commanders ordered her to fight until death. Her enemies called her a beast. Her people saw her as a weapon, but this human saw her as a patient dot, as someone who deserved to live. Her heart tightened. "Lucas," she whispered, "you don't know what you're saying. You cannot save me." Lucas rolled up his sleeves. "Watch me." The removal, the operation that should have been impossible. Lucas climbed onto a stool so he could reach her upper abdomen. He placed his hand on her massive side. "Ref, listen to me. I'm going to try to remove the parasite." "It is too big," she warned. "And I am too strong. If I move by mistake, I could crush you." Lucas nodded. "Then don't move. Focus on my voice." She swallowed hard. Her whole body trembled from pain. "I will try." Lucas's scanner showed the worm inching toward her lungs. "We have less than 5 minutes." He grabbed 2 alien-compatible surgical tools, not made for giants, but it was all he had. He pressed them against her skin. "This will hurt." Mreth let out a broken laugh. "I am already living inside." "Pain." Lucas made the incision. The giant roared, the sound shaking the entire room, but she didn't move. Blood, the color of molten silver, spilled out. Lucas reached inside with both hands. He felt something sharp, moving, writhing. The parasite was trying to crawl deeper. Lucas gritted his teeth. "No, you don't." He squeezed harder, his fingers burning from alien blood, and pulled. The worm screamed out. Mreth screamed. The metal room walls shook violently, but Lucas kept pulling, kept fighting, kept dragging the creature inch by inch, until suddenly Kalan splat. The massive worm flew out and hit the floor. Still alive, still thrashing, still hungry. Lucas stumbled back, coughing. The parasite turned toward him, ready to lunge, but Mreth lifted her huge hand and crushed it with a single strike. Silence filled the room. Then Mreth whispered, "You saved me." The aftermath. The giant warrior looks at the human differently. Lucas collapsed to his knees. Exhausted. Mreth lowered herself carefully, bringing her face close to him, her eyes full of something he had never seen in a Tau rune giant before. Gratitude, fear, respect. "You risked your life," she whispered. "For me." A giant, a warrior, an enemy. Lucas wiped sweat from his face. "I risk my life for anyone in pain. That's what being a medic means." She stared at him as if his words were a miracle. Her voice softened. "Humans, your courage is small in size, but giant in spirit." Lucas smiled weakly. "I could say the same about you." Mreth lowered her head in front of him, a gesture of absolute honor in her culture. "I owe you my life. Lucas, and my people will hear what you did today." Lucas's eyes widened. "And what will they say?" She replied without hesitation. "That one small human faced a monster inside me and won."